When Hurricane Melissa hit Jamaica, the wind didn't just howl, it roared like the sound of 1,000 freight trains. Entire districts and parishes were flooded. The destruction was heartbreaking, especially in western parishes. The lights went out across more than half the island. And yet, amid the darkness, something extraordinary happened. Out of rubble and ruin, a nation rose. Today, we are telling the story of how Jamaica united when it mattered most. But it wasn't just Jamaica. The world, from Miami to London to Toronto, answered the call. Before we proceed, please list the names of any group or individuals assisting with relief in the comments section below. Let's build Jamaica's own roll call of heroes together. Because after this storm, you will realize something powerful. This was more than a hurricane. It was a test of who we are. And we passed. The night Jamaica held its breath. It was October 28th, 2025, the day Hurricane Melissa made history. A Category 5 monster, with winds near 185 miles per hour, tore straight through the island. In just a few hours, homes, farms, schools, and hospitals lay shattered. The Prime Minister declared a national disaster, the entire country, as emergency alerts echoed across the nation. But before the winds even died down, the first wave of action began. From Kingston to Hanover, Jamaicans refused to wait for help. Soldiers, nurses, taxi drivers, even children turned into first responders. The storm had stripped away everything except courage, command, and compassion. Within hours, the Jamaican government activated a nationwide response. Prime Minister Andrew Holness declared a state of disaster to unlock emergency powers. Evacuation orders went out for Port Royal, Portland Cottage, and Old Harbour Bay. And a new digital relief command center came online. supportjamaica.gov.jm. Donated by the Amber Group. This wasn't just a website, it was the digital heartbeat of the nation's relief mission. From that single page, Jamaicans at home and abroad could donate, locate shelters, or even upload photos of flood damage for emergency teams to respond. Transport Minister Darrell Vaz and others worked non-stop to reopen airports for incoming relief flights. And in one unforgettable moment, Water and Environment Minister Matthew Samuda took to social media to beg for one thing: tarpaulins. Because sometimes rebuilding starts with the simplest materials: boots on the ground. While the command centers coordinated, the Jamaica Defense Force became the lifeline. They waded through waterlogged roads, delivering care packages, rice, beans, cooking oil, to cut off communities in St. Elizabeth and St. James. They also spearheaded rescue missions. In Luana, near Black River, soldiers built a temporary relief hub. There, hundreds of families lined up quietly, tired, soaked, but grateful. One child whispered, "Me hungry long time." A JDF officer knelt, handed him a tin of sardines, and said softly, "You're not forgotten." That moment, multiplied thousands of times across the island, became the heartbeat of the recovery. The private sector joins the fight. While the government led from the front, Jamaica's business community quickly turned its boardrooms into command centers. The Private Sector Coordination Committee, co-chaired by Ambassador Audrey Marks and Senator Keith Duncan, was formed almost overnight. They brought together the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association, the PSOJ, and Chambers of Commerce island-wide, aligning every truck, warehouse, and corporate donation under one national plan. It wasn't just coordination, it was unity in motion. Local heroes rise. Jamaica's charities and foundations stepped up like never before. The Jamaica Red Cross had already pre-positioned hundreds of blankets, cleaning kits, and hygiene packs even before Melissa made landfall. Their volunteers were the first to reach shelters in 31 communities. The United Way of Jamaica launched an emergency fund focused on farmers, the ones who feed the nation, especially in the breadbasket parish of St. Elizabeth. The Sandals Foundation turned its regional resorts into staging grounds, promising that 100% of donations would go directly to relief. The JN Foundation, through its I Support Jamaica Fund, opened financial channels for local and diaspora donors, waiving all fees. Their motto became the rallying cry, "We're not waiting, we're helping." Meanwhile, Jamaica's churches, many of which were severely damaged or destroyed by the storm, became places of refuge. Pews turned into beds. Pastors became relief coordinators. Even abroad, the United Church of Christ and Samaritan's Purse joined forces to send emergency teams. But the next chapter proved how far Jamaica's reach really is, the diaspora that never left. When Melissa struck, the world's fourth-largest diaspora network switched into gear. In New York, the American Friends of Jamaica launched a $1 million matching fund. Partnering with Golden Crust, they turned 100 restaurants into donation points. Customers could add a few dollars to their order, and every cent went straight home. In Canada, Jamaican communities across London, Ontario, and Toronto held benefit concerts, reggae marathons, and charity drives. The Government of Canada pledged $7 million in regional aid, while Jamaicans in London and Ontario raised money to repair the Black River Hospital. In the United Kingdom, the High Commission in London set up an official relief fund. The British Red Cross joined the effort, while the UK government deployed £2.5 million in aid and kept the HMS Trent on standby. From soup kitchens in Florida to concert halls in Toronto, the Jamaican spirit spanned the globe. Because home is not a place, it's a heartbeat, the global lifeline. The world didn't just watch, it moved. UNICEF sent water tanks, school kits, and child-friendly spaces for traumatized children. The World Food Programme airlifted 2,000 emergency food kits from its Barbados hub. The International Organization for Migration shipped solar lamps, hygiene kits, and shelter materials, using satellite data from Microsoft to map damage. The International Federation of the Red Cross launched a $23 million global appeal, backed by a UK match fund. Project Hope and Direct Relief delivered medicine, clean water systems, and field medic kits. Even Doctors Without Borders and AmeriCares are prepared to deploy mobile clinics. What you saw in those days was not charity, it was humanity at work. Corporate power for public good. Private companies turned their tools into lifelines. Digicel and Flow worked through the storm to keep communication alive. Flow even partnered with Starlink to give Jamaicans emergency satellite texting, the first of its kind in the Caribbean. Amazon repositioned relief supplies from Atlanta, while Airlink and Good 360 coordinated cargo flights and goods donations. The Home Depot, Disney, and the Arthur M. Blank Foundation each pledged over $1 million. Footprint Project sent solar power units to hospitals and command centers. And Team Rubicon, made up of military veterans, landed with one mission: rebuild what the storm tried to erase. At the same time, U.S. Southern Command deployed Joint Task Force Bravo to Jamaica, helicopters, medics, and engineers, proving that allies don't just offer words, they show up. So, when you see the words, "A Nation United," remember, it's not just a headline. It's a truth written in every helping hand, every open door, every meal shared by strangers who became family. The storm divided the land, but united the people. Please subscribe to this channel, Impacting Jamaica, for more stories of resilience, hope, and the power of Jamaicans, at home and across the world, because our strength is each other.